Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Look at that, a 9 of discs. That is really wonderful energy coming in. Let's put this into some context. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. Oh, yes, I like this. I like this one, yeah. I've got some really important stuff to tell you. This is going to be quite nice. I think you're going to be very happy. But first, let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to select that using the Smith-Waite Tarot. God, this energy looks really good. Really, really wonderful. Everything is in the right place, you know. We're going to select that one. We're not going to look at it until the very end. We'll put our frog on top. And hopefully that card will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. So, we've got major, major. We've got air and earth. We've got fire and water. We've got earth, water, and air. So it's pretty balanced. I like the fact that we've got all of the balanced elements on the path of the dove, and we've got our major arcana. So this is telling me that, look, everything is happening right now. Now's the time to start, preparing for this energy coming in. Okay. The path of the serpent now feels like going into the future. A couple of challenges that we need to be aware of. A couple of little extra tasks that we maybe have to do later on. But the energy right now, this is freaking amazing, I gotta say. First, the 9 of discs. There is whatever you've been working on, right? Job, career, your personal, private life, with relationships, with artistic projects, right? Whatever you've been spending your days doing, whatever you're working on, is about to be tremendously successful. The 9 of discs is showing energy coming in. It's an active energy. It's a receiving. The universe is giving things your way, and you basically just have to hold out your hands and take it, receive it, grasp it, and bring it in. It's not just financial, right? These are pentacles, it's earth energy, but it's not just financial. If there is something to do with your health or well-being, if there's an injury or an illness that is still lingering, I feel like that's going to see some improvement too. Now, this isn't a medical reading. I'm not qualified to give any kind of medical advice. But as far as the energy is concerned, this is energy coming in that is going to make you whole. Okay? If there is some kind of financial difficulty at the moment, if there is, there's a debt or there's a need for some revenue, which I think we all kind of are in similar boats, this is that revenue coming in. Okay? This is whatever you're doing now is working. Okay? And it's going to continue to work. And what it's going to do is going to really kind of blow your mind. Here is the Eon card. Judgment, rebirth, reawakening, baptism by fire. I feel like this is you leveling up. I feel like this is you going from amateur to professional. This is you going from small potatoes to huge success. All right? And this is kind of the universe's way of saying, look, we had to make it difficult for a while just to make sure that you were the one. Okay? just to make sure that you could handle the heat of this. If you could handle the lean years, then you're really going to thrive in the fat years, you know? If you could handle the difficulty, right, the hard times, then you're really going to appreciate the good times, right? And I think the good times are coming. This is a doorway. This is an entrance into the future, but we have to make a decision to go through that door, right? No one's going to throw you through it. No one's going to push you in. You have to make the choice to go in this direction. Okay? And I really think it's a leveling up. It's a new era for Aquarius. Okay? This is like you really stepping into the new eon, right? We'd say we're in the eon of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. This is a new age for you, specifically. Okay? And I think it's time. I think you need to take advantage of this. Now, this is really good news. Really, really good news. I want to talk about the past, about yesterday, because this is the Nine of Swords. This was a lot of difficulty. This is that fire that the universe was kind of making sure that you could handle. I feel like it's been a really rough time. Okay, and I want to get this card out of the way. It makes me emotional. I feel like there was a lot of pain and suffering in your life. I think more severe than the actual circumstances was how you maybe took the blame for it, or how it maybe is kind of working against you in your own mind. I feel like that whatever happened in life, you really took it hard, and you kind of, I don't know, almost feel responsible for it. You know, it's like you're really holding on to that burden. This was yesterday, or last year, or whenever. It's in the position of, the past. I feel like you're very hard on yourself about something. Okay, and I don't want to dwell too long on this card because I'm going to start getting misty-eyed over it. I feel like it wasn't your fault. It was circumstances beyond your control, right? I feel like you did everything you could, but you still feel responsible. I think you're someone that kind of continues to beat themselves up about it, right? And the universe, what the Eon card is saying is that, look, we've got to go through this door. We have to leave the past behind us. We have to make a conscious decision. When you look at the overhead, we have to make a conscious decision to leave this behind us and go through this door, because through this door is success, is this Nine of Discs, Pentacles, and everything else that we're going to have to deal with on the path of the serpent. Yeah, okay, I mean, more money, more problems. But we've got to leave this behind us, okay? And leave it in the past. Now, what's coming tomorrow? Fool energy. What's coming tomorrow is really, the universe is kind of saying, well, what do you want to do? You've got a day off. Where do you want to go? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? Right? This is that energy. This is the joke. This is like the wild card. It could be any other card you want. What card do you want? Out of all the cards in the tarot deck, leave me a comment. What do you want this card to be? This is the wild card. This can become anything. You want it to be an emperor? Fine. An empress? Okay. You want like a 9 or a 10 of cups? Sure. You just want a 3 of cups? That's okay too. You wanted a wheel of fortune? Maybe we just spin the wheel and see what happens, see what we land on. This is really, it's the uncertainty though, right? We don't know. We maybe have to direct this energy. If with this kind of success, with this new era, this breakthrough, possibilities are open now, right? You've got some free time. How do we want to spend it? So this is something I think that you really have to search within yourself and ask yourself, what are we going to do with this? Because this is breakthrough success. I can't imagine that you don't already have a list of things you want to do. Let's go underneath here to the Knight of Cups. I think that you already have this kind of excitement, this love for things, for experience, for life, for, different passions that I think you're ready to go and do it. This energy now, sometimes the Knight of Cups is offering something, right? Taking their heart out and is giving their heart to something. Other times, this is you receiving that love and that water, right? This could be you reaching out to receive. Reaching out to receive it. So I feel like you're ready for this. In your heart, in your soul, you're ready for this. And I think that you probably have an idea of what you want to do. We see a 2 of discs here in your general energy. I think you're ready for change. You're ready. Kind of the first few things that you're going to do with success. Maybe get the car fixed or something or whatever. That's always first on my list anyways. Got to get the car fixed, man. Cars are expensive. We have our car. It's almost 20 years old now. It still runs. So that's what matters, right? Up above everything, 9 of Wands. This is the strength. This is what you're after. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for that inner strength. You're looking for your own soul, your own spirit, guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors, God, goddess, deity, to give you that strength, Give strength to my hand, O Lord. Because this is the connection between mind and body. This is the connection between mind and heart. Right. This is the connection with our conscious mind, with almost the sense of purpose, or in this case, I'm kind of feeling like it's a sense of value, right? It's kind of this feeling of, I hate to say it, but almost a sense of forgiveness. It's almost like we are looking for a confirmation from spirit, ancestors, God, goddess, deity, guardian angel, of almost a confirmation or an approval, right? But not from any, temporal entities, or, not from any earthly authority, but approval or forgiveness or validation, perhaps, from ourselves, from spirit, from our source. And now this is making me emotional again. But I feel like you're getting that. I feel like you're looking for this strength. This strength comes from within, right? And this could be a forgiveness of yourself and allowing yourself to be strong, right? Is that making sense? Allowing yourself to be strong. And part of that is by being ready to give and receive. Now, this Knight of Cups is both. It's you giving your heart, and it's you receiving this love, forgiveness, beauty, joy, success. And to do this, we've got to close the door on the past. We've got to leave that behind us, right? We don't want to dwell in this energy. The universe is saying it's a new beginning. We have to let that be in the past, okay? And this Fool energy, the Fool is just like ready to go. Adventure after adventure after adventure. The Fool is like that goldfish, doesn't know what happened 5 minutes ago, just knows what's happening right now. And yeah, the Fool can sometimes get into trouble, can cause trouble, can be a little inconsiderate because it doesn't really think of the past. doesn't really think of the future either. It doesn't know consequences, right? It only knows right now. So I think that this is, like I said before, this is happening right now, okay? This is not something that we can spend a lot of time thinking about, planning for the future. It's something that you have to embrace right now. Let's make the choice right now to allow this into our life, to give and to receive, to forgive ourselves, to be strong, and to let this success, let this abundance into our lives. Okay. And now with the Two of Discs, yeah, you're ready for a change. You know kind of what in your life needs to kind of change. You got to get the car fixed up, or, transmission's going out. For me, it's always been the transmission. I don't know why. Every car I have, of course, I buy like old cars. It's always the transmission that goes out first. I don't know why. There's a mystery there that I haven't solved yet. It could be about the way energy is transmitted. Could be a fire and earth kind of thing, right? Because the transmission takes all of that energy from the engine and transmits it to the wheels, right? To what's actually on the road. The wheels kind of like this, right? Kind of looks like wheels. So a very important thing is for us to take this strength, this abundance. We have a lot of fire and earth right here too. Fire with that Nine of Wands, fire with the Eon or Judgment card, earth energy, obviously with the earth here, and the next card too with the Ace. So maybe the difficulty that we might have with this Fool energy, with so much expansive foolishness, air energy, right? Lack of a lack of restraint, a lack of a proper path forward, a lack of concern about the past or future. I think it's good. I think the past is the past, but let's look to the future. And with the future, we got to take this energy. We've got to take this abundance. We have to transmit it to the wheels, right? We can't just let the engine idle. We can't just rev the engine, put the pedal to the metal. But if you don't put the car in gear, it's not going to go anywhere, right? So maybe my own kind of personal problem with 20-year-old car transmissions is making sense here too. All this abundance, all this strength and energy and power that's coming in, we've got to transmit it to the wheels, and we have to do. We have to be active. We have to move forward. We have to put the car in gear and start traveling, right? So the Two of Discs here is saying, exactly that. You have to transmit this power to the wheels, and you have to start making positive changes in your life. Start doing things with this energy and this abundance. Make positive changes using that energy, right? Use this as your engine, and these are your wheels. Now, it looks like we're getting a new wheel. Here's an Ace of Pentacles. It's in the position of your environment. So I feel like this might be a new investment. It might be a new target. Kind of looks like a target. Like for a game of darts, A dartboard, that's what I'm trying to say. This might be a new goal that you have in mind. It could be that with all of this activity, and as you start making positive changes, you realize that there's something out there you want. Maybe start going for it. Maybe we start driving in this direction. It could be a new career choice, a new study, a new artistic kind of medium or an avenue for your skills. It could be a new type of relationship. It could be a new job. It could be whatever. It could just be something nice that you want for yourself, right? So this is the dartboard, right? And the Four of Swords is you hitting a bullseye, okay? But look, we have this water energy in between. This water energy is what we don't want. It's what we need to avoid. It's the obstacle. It's our fear, worry, and concern. Literally, it's our fear of fear. The only thing to fear is fear itself. This is that fear. This is us trying to revisit this Nine of Swords, but we don't want to do that. We close the door on that. If you're forcing your way back there, we're not going to hit, I put these in the wrong place, we're not going to hit that bullseye. We're going to miss the target, right? This is, us kind of wavering in our feelings. This is us, our mood up and down. This is us starting to go back to this kind of beating yourself up thing again. This is you maybe feeling like you don't deserve the giving and the receiving of the love. This water energy here now becomes this kind of water energy here. What is a wonderful, flowing, energetic fire of water, very pure water energy now becomes a kind of murky swamp. You don't want to drink this water, right? Wouldn't give this water to my worst enemy. So we need to avoid that. If we're going to hit this bullseye, we've got to avoid this. Now, there's no way to avoid this. It's right here it's right in between. This is like trying to throw a dart through, underwater. Have you ever tried that? I haven't, but I imagine it's not easy. But that's what we have to do. Okay? So we don't want this water energy. We don't want to use it as a kind of like, underground water tunnel to get back to the Nine of Swords. But we're going to have to deal with that. If we feel that, if those emotions start coming back up, we have to deal with it in the proper way, right? Using the fire energy, using some of this Fool energy, trying to improve, trying to make positive changes, positive choices. Knowing that we have this dartboard set up that we're trying to get to. So, it's going to be difficult. If these feelings start coming back up, there's always going to be water energy to deal with. There's always going to be difficult things that we encounter that maybe remind us of this, or just, we have to revisit these feelings again to process them, but don't go back to the Nine of Swords. Let's push forward. Okay? And doing that, I think we can get our bullseye. We can hit this target. Now, this target is, again, whatever you're hoping to do, whatever your destination is when we finally put the car into gear and get going. This is going to be it. Very excited about that. Very excited about you having a working transmission. Let's go to the mystery card now. Thank you, Frog Friend, for keeping an eye on that. Maybe this will be some more water energy, maybe some very positive water energy. Something that can kind of bring us back to this Knight of Cups. Because the Knight of Cups, this is really beautiful energy. This is a fresh spring of water. This is really a wonderful, almost like a spring rain. That we collect that water. It's beautiful water. But perhaps the Eight of Cups, this stagnant, probably mosquitoes everywhere, the swampy kind of water, maybe that results from us not doing enough of this, giving and receiving, connecting with other people, being generous, being loving and kind and affectionate. If we don't move the water, it's going to stagnate, it's going to get mosquitoes. So we have to keep the water flowing. Otherwise, we'll end up in that swamp and we're not going to be able to throw our dart. Okay. So maybe that's why. Maybe this is a warning that says, hey, water energy, keep it moving, keep it flowing so that it doesn't stagnate and turn into that. All right. But now the mystery card. I don't know. I don't have any sense of what this is going to be. I kind of feel some air energy with it, but I don't know. Let's just take a look. Yeah, it is air energy. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. So we're going from maybe a 4, maybe hitting that bullseye, to, a 4 of Swords to maybe a 5 of Swords. Maybe we take things a little too far. Maybe maybe this is basically saying that, look, you may not hit a bullseye on your first try because we're still kind of dealing with the water energy. So maybe, there's a reason why they give you 3 darts. I think it's 3, right? In darts. There's a reason why you get 3 darts, because you don't always hit a bullseye on the first dart. So maybe the 5 is saying that, look, we have to continue with our efforts. You can't hit a hole-in-one every time. I know I'm switching sports here. You can't hit the bullseye every time first shot. So you might have to keep working at it, right? There's always going to be struggles in life. It's not just suddenly now everything's going to be easy, right? And this is a lesson of the Fool energy. The Fool doesn't care if things are easy or hard. It just wants to do stuff. It wants to have an experience right now, good or bad, easy or difficult. So with the 5 of Swords, it's, it's kind of saying, look, don't get too frustrated if you miss the dartboard on the first try. Maybe the second dart will be a little closer, and by the third try, bullseye. So we don't want to get too, because again, we're starting to get lower down the tree with these swords energies. 4, 5, before we know we're back at that 9. So let's keep ourselves in check, right? We keep this water flowing, and I think we'll also be affecting this air energy too. Don't get too upset when things don't go your way the first time, The point is to keep moving forward, to keep the car in gear and stay on the road and keep going. Let's keep the water flowing so that we can get through it and get to that bullseye on that dartboard. We might have to throw a few darts, that's fine. We may have to practice, right? We may have to do a couple of exhibition games, practice games before we do the real show for money, So I think this is a pretty good reminder, because again, I think that we have a tendency to take things quite hard, to beat ourselves up, to be hard on ourselves. We saw that with the 9 of Swords. So this is a reminder that we don't want to start going back in that direction. Now we can get back there through this water energy, or we can get back there through this frustration with this air energy, with throwing our darts, right? Trying to get to this new goal that we have. Just because we have all of this really tremendous energy doesn't mean it's going to be easy, that you're going to just hit a jackpot on the first try, So I think this is a really good reminder. I love this energy for you. We're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, just click up here. That link will take you to a page where you can sign up to be a member to the channel, right? Then you'll have access to all of the extended readings, not just for Aquarius, but for every sign. I want to thank you so much for being here, and thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you, Aquarius, for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.